Hi, Dr. Pink Diva is here, heart to heart, to give another heart to heart talk. Well, I named today's message, Don't Be Scared. Okay? So, if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Okay? Remember that. So, step out on faith to the unfamiliar. And that is an area that most people have problems with because they want to, it's called learned behavior. If you feel comfortable in a certain area, that's what you're used to, and that's what you normally want to feel. You feel the most comfortable. But in growing and having a growth mindset, you have to step out and on faith and believe in yourself. So we'll get more to that. So step out on faith to the unfamiliar, and that's where the growth takes place. We all have a yearning in our hearts for bigger and better things. Do you? I know I do. And I have for such a long time. And what I'm sharing is something that I lived, something that I did, something that I'm doing. Okay? So I was sitting back, just journaling, something I do a lot to gather my thoughts and declutter my brain. So, and then I wrote this and I said, yeah, I'm going to share it. The only person that holds us back is our fear, disbelief in our ability, and lack of confidence. My life has changed tremendously by taking one day at a time and practicing self-compassion, not self-criticism. And so what happened is when we criticize ourselves, we have the drive system that keeps us going and going, and you feel like you never accomplish anything. That's an operation. And also you have the thrive system that increases anxiety. But when we practice self-compassion, what happens is oxytocin is released in our brain, and it makes us feel good. That's the love hormone. And so we need to continue or to learn how. What happened to me is I learned to embrace myself. I learned to love myself. I learned to practice self-compassion daily. And I rerouted my brain where now I am doing things I have never done before and living life to my fullest. Okay, so what happens when we practice self-compassion, I put my soul and my spirit is filled with goodness and strength to do the things I have never done before. It feels good to be in touch with my inner being, which is my true self. I have learned to embrace and love myself. I strive for excellence. And basically, striving for excellence is just doing the best that you can. What happens is when we put the bar so high, that is being a perfectionist, which I used to be, research says that people that try to be perfect, they have low self-esteem because a lot of times they don't make it. It affects the health. They have high blood pressure. And so a better way to do is strive for excellence and just doing the best that you can. And so I put in not perfection. And I have learned to embrace my mistakes. Yes, you heard me right. Because there is where I grew and got smarter. Mistakes has helped me grow and move on to the unknown. I'm going to share a little story. When I was going to school to get my doctorate, if I received A minus, I was so upset because I had the minus. And all that boils down to is how we look at ourselves. We think that our grade is going to make us feel better. No. Self-love, self-respect, self-confidence comes from within. And you could give yourself what you need by practicing self-compassion. Telling yourself in the areas that you need to come up. For example, I would say things like, I am strong, I am brave, I could achieve great things, I am able and capable of doing hard things. I am beautiful, I am brilliant, I am a genius. And so what happens when we say these things, our brain does not have limits. Remember, our brain is like a computer. Whatever